And good evening and welcome to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and you're tuned into another amazing and epic night in the Cellar where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. The Cellar is a provocative forum inciting provocative conversation about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And tonight I have an amazing show lined up for you. Tonight it's going to be, the topic is wine and of course, Valentine's Day. Or should I say Valentine, since we are actually going into the Valentine's Day weekend. We're going to give you some tips about what to do for Valentine. We got some gift tips, we got some wine tips, and we're going to talk about, the best wines for that time. And of course, maybe if you want to do something special for your loved one, whether it's your significant other, if you're coupled up, or if you're booed up, or if, whatever your spice of life is, we're going to have something for everybody tonight in the Cellar. The Cellar is located at 52 O Street, Northwest Washington, D.C., out of Studio 103. And tonight I have an amazing lineup. Yes, of course, we're going to have From the Vine segment where we got some amazing things in the news. We're going to have Glam with Malia. She's in the green room waiting. And of course, my two guests tonight. I have a special co-host tonight, and she is none other than the People's MC, radio and TV host, the one and only Dr. Renee Allen is in the studio, and she looks gorgeous tonight. So she'll be joining us shortly. And of course, our special musical guest is Jay Chris. Jay Chris is an amazing artist from the Washington, D.C. area in New York, and we're going to talk more about him. He is our musical artist for tonight. Now, I want to give a big shout out to my Cellar Nation. 11 years. You've been following me from the time I was an internet radio show until now we're a internet TV show network. And so I'm so glad that you guys stuck in there with me. You're always sharing the show and you're always viewing it. Now, I'm going to tell you, last week was amazing. When I looked around and saw that it was close to 1,000 views, I almost had a heart attack. Thank you so much. And the very first time on the Cellar that we have 24 shares. Now, do me a favor. Go to that button there if you're on my Facebook page or if you're in YouTube and share. And if you're on YouTube Live, why don't you go to that subscribe button and you click it and you'll hear bing, and then you're subscribing to the Cellar with Richard Glover YouTube Live channel. Tonight, I'm ready to get started. It's going to be an amazing show. We got some Black History moments coming up. So don't go nowhere. Share. Thank you so much. I love you all, and we'll be right back. You're tuned into the Cellar with Richard Glover.
I'm telling y'all already. But just like life. All right.
Air Jordan ready to take off.
Can I get an amen?
And welcome to the very first National Oprah Winfrey Show!
I have a dream today.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and you're tuned into another epic night in the Cellar where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, my very special co-host is in the studio, and she's sitting at the couch with me, the one and only, the People's MC, Dr. Renee Allen.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, Dr. Allen, how are you doing?
You're so dapper.
Oh, look at you. Where are we going after this? Look like we got to go make somebody be president of somebody's coffee shop or lounge or whatever it is. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm so excited about you and everything that's happening With your wife. And look, I'm sitting here with this sommelier. Sommelier.
And I'm sitting here with the Dr. Renee Allen, the People's MC.
Thank you so much.
So, Dr. Allen, with the first segment that we always go through is called From the Vine. And that's why I wanted you here, because I want to get, so maybe you hear what I got to talk about. And I know you're going to always have something that you can put in about it. But what I was finding out today is that from the vine, the California grape prices have now dropped. Now, last week we talked about how, there were some issues, the pandemic, had some diverse, effects, or devastating effects in the wine industry. And of course, Marcus said, well, there is some silver linings. Most of the effects have been when it was doing wine tastings, you couldn't go inside. You had to stand 6 feet, or there was a 25% capacity. Well, they're about to open back up. But what's most important is that the prices are dropping. The prices are dropping, and the prices for the grape are going up.
Wow.
1,832 per ton.
I guess people are drinking on the pandemic.
And I think that it's costing the wineries and the winemakers too much money now, because they wouldn't paying $1,000 per ton of grapes.
Right.
That's a lot of money for the grapes. So, and of course, with the pandemic and stuff, they have to drop their prices. So there's not an even balance there. But hey.
Well, I'm getting my share of wine.
And we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. Also, Napa Valley is really not, they're sort of unclear about what's going to happen moving forward, because the pandemic continues to have adverse effect to them, and especially when it comes to the demand for wine. People are demanding the wine, and then, well, I take that back. The demand is actually dropping.
I'm surprised.
That's what I was surprised, especially after our conversation last week.
Yeah.
The demand for wine is dropping. That means that people are not going out and buying as much wine. Now, I did a story recently, about a month ago, about how more women are drinking wine, but it's because they're working from home. Yeah. They got the kids home all day, homeschooling. Husband is getting on their nerves. So a lot of them have gone into depression. So they've been drinking a lot of wine. So I say, women, relax. Don't drink a whole lot of wine. Go back to that once a week wine thing,
Well, I'm just celebrating. So I say, women, keep celebrating.
So, I'm just hoping that, in 2021, things will get better. The industry will come back in full bloom. People will start drinking in moderate consumptions and not kind of over drinking, and not allow themselves to be, affected by what's going on here. Wine, to me, is a lifestyle thing, and it's something that you're supposed to celebrate, like you said, celebrate with, but not to try to drink it and drink yourself under the table. No. So remember that. Drink responsibly at all times. Wine is the sauce to every meal.
I love sauce.
There you go. So if you have whatever your meal is, wine is the sauce to it. So remember that. So, Dr. Can we get this show on the road? I'm so glad to have you here, girl. You sit here. Dr. Renee Allen is in the house. So let's go to the next segment. I think Malia is in the green room.
Oh, I love her.
So let's talk about some glam. Let's go to glam with Malia. Malia, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey, we are doing great. You're doing great. So what do you have What do you have for us tonight?
So yes, I will be talking about little gifts for the guys and the girls, especially for this weekend coming up for Valentine's Day gifts. And then I will also give you guys a part 2 on how to become a model, and you can take it in your own perspective.
Can I get a part of that, how I become a model? I've been trying to be one all my life, but let's go on and just hear what you have for our listeners tonight.
Yes, I got you. So the first thing I'll start is about Valentine's Day gifts. So I know that this year is kind of hard. You're not sure what to get that person and everything else. So I've done some little hunting, and I can give you guys some really cute tips. So a couple days ago, I actually bought myself a Valentine's Day gift, and I bought this little new Kim Kardashian perfume. It is rose gold. It is the shape of a little heart, which is so adorable. It's really good for any girl. It smells amazing. You feel so good. You can also purchase it at Ulta for like $30, which isn't too bad. And then obviously Kim Kardashian came out with another line. It's like her yearly like cologne for women. It comes out in like these blue, green, I believe it's pink, and they smell amazing. Some of them are citrus, like a linen smell. And then a little tips for the guys right now. I know it is kind of hard to get. So I came up with a little list, and I've seen a perfect list. You know, you can get anybody. You can get them like a watch, a wallet, some cologne, maybe accessories for their car, like car mats or something like that. And just getting them something small like that, even for the women, will literally make their Valentine's Day so special.
Awesome. Wow, that is great. So is there anything like a Maserati on that list or a Rolex watch, you know?
I mean, you never know. There could be.
I just need to know who's going to be able to afford that for me, you know? Wow. Thank you, Malia. We really appreciate those tips that you have out there for our viewers and our listeners. And you want to give them a preview of next week, or you just want to keep them on suspense, huh?
You know what? I'll keep you guys in a little suspense, but we are going to talk about modeling and how you can take it in your own hands. Awesome. And that's literally my favorite topic. So
awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Malia. Really appreciate having you here tonight.
Thank you.
Bye, beautiful.
Bye.
Wow, she is such an amazing girl.
She is. Beautiful inside and out.
Yeah, we met in Miami in 2019. No, I'm sorry, 2018 when she was competing from Miss Bikini.
Miss Bikini.
Yes. She and the girl from it was another girl also from Detroit, from Michigan. And I used to have to get on them all the time. You know, they was just walking around. I said, y'all better get in front of those photographers. Yeah. But she's an amazing person and really trying to make a stride into the world of TV and of course modeling.
I love
stuff,
her.
So.
Yeah, I love her attitude.
Yeah.
And it's great that she's a part of the show.
Oh, thank you so much. We're great that you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So
I really am.
our topic is wine and of course Valentine's Day. And as we're going into the Valentine's Day weekend, before I go, I want to just talk a little bit about Dr. Allen.
Okay.
You know, because I know first of all, let me say thank you too.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for yesterday's celebratory lunch.
Yay.
I wanted to take the video and put it on so people could see it, but I looked kind of raggedy. I don't think I have shaved.
He never looks raggedy. Don't even go there. You always
I was looking kind of raggedy. We did a video about me, you know, celebrating 11 years.
Yeah.
But so Valentine's Day, that's a big day.
Yeah.
Especially when you think about, you know, couples and folks that are either married or dating or engagements. What do you suggest for people, you know, as far as the love part come out, you know, then we're going to talk about some wine later on.
Well, I love love. I love being in love. I love watching people in love. It's just a whole different feeling, a spiritual thing around you when you really feel love for someone. I've been married most of my life. So I've been in love most of my life. But for singles or for couples, what I would say is just be around people that you love. You may not be in love.
Right.
It may be your mom. It may be your best friend, husband, and all the obvious ones. But just be around people in general that you love and that you like.
That's great.
That's
great. You know. So what would be the best thing? I mean, especially if you're a couple and you live together 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, this is that one day of the year that you're supposed to pour extra love out. You know, so you know, what are most of the things you suggest that people should do, you know, pulling out the extra stops, you know? I mean,
women love extra.
Okay.
You know, we love extra. We love if you're married and that man has chosen you out of all the Valentines in the world, then he needs to pull out that stop every year to keep everything feisty.
Okay.
And, you know, and but we love to eat. We love to be pampered. We love perfume. By the way, are you wearing Valentino?
What? Yes, I am.
I smell it. I love it.
What? She knows what else. What?
I used to be a fragrance manager at Moody's. I'm telling my age, but
yes, I am wearing Valentino for men tonight. You know?
Yes. And so just spoil her like you don't have her, like you haven't locked it down with the marriage certificate. Really continue to spoil her really every day, but especially on Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Hey, don't go away from that thought. We're going to take a break. We got a commercial break. We got to pay the bills.
Yes.
Don't go nowhere. You're tuned into the Cellar with Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And I have my amazing special co-host tonight, the one and only Dr. Renee Allen. There she is. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
J. Chris. llamaste y no contesté, te pusiste a joder. De mí ella no quiere saber, dice que le doy problema, dime qué voy a hacer. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo.
Dale hasta abajo, baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale.
No sé por qué discutimos otra vez. Dices que soy el del problema, pero parece que eres tú la del maldito dilema. Siempre de celosa, deja tu seguridad. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo. Oh, 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 oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo.
Dale hasta abajo, baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale.
Oh, oh, oh. J. Chris. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, oh, oh.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and you're tuning in and watching another episode about the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. I have my lovely special co-host, Dr. Renee Allen. Dr. Allen, I kind of that last Black History moment, I kind of did that in honor of you because you're a former Navy, right?
Yes, well, let me salute you.
Let me salute you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for standing on the wall for us.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that.
Yes,
and
sir.
being an African American woman in the Navy, we know it was not
Yes,
easy. It didn't come
yes.
easy.
No, sir. 22 years.
22 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your service.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you.
We're going to jump into, since this is Black History Month, I want to spotlight a few Black-owned wineries. And I want to start with Taste by Chef Rhonda. Taste by Chef Rhonda Russell is the owner of Taste Collection Cellars. Her passion is educating and demystifying wine and food, particularly Creole and Cajun food. Her services include private guided wine tastings and classes that involve cooking and pairing foods with wine, among other things. She's located in Houston, Texas. The majority of the wines in her cellar are from Lodi, from the region Lodi, and from California. Amazing sister doing some things in the wine tasting area. Well, we have another one. And interesting, I have a lot of ladies. This is Theopolis.
Wow.
Theopolis, she's out of Frederica, California. She's been around doing wine for a long time. It's called the Theopolis, Vineyards. Is a small lot vineyard and handcrafted winery owned and founded by Theodora Lee. So, AKA Cleopatra, they call her. She is the Cleopatra of wine, or should I say the queen of the vineyard, as they call her. That's her nickname. But she's located in Yorkville Highlands, appellation of California. She's of course in the California. Her type of wines that she normally produce are Petit Syrah Rose. She produces the Symphony, which is called the Muscat of Alexander, and the Greenwich Grace Blend. She also produces the Petit Syrah regular and the Pinot Noir, because the area that she's located, the Appalachians, is close to Oregon and Washington, where Pinot Noir is really big at. And the next one we have is this right here is Abbey Creek. Abbey Creek is called the Abbey Creek Vineyards. Bertoni Fosterton is an anesthesia technician by trade and the heart and soul of the Abbey Creek Vineyard. So it's interesting how you could be in whatever industry, but if you have an affinity for wine, sometimes people go in and own their own wines. Anyway, Abbey Creek Vineyard is which is a family-owned vineyard named after the creek that runs through the property. So Abbey Creek runs right through their property. They have they're in of course North Plains, Oregon. They have Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Cabernet Sauvignon and a Petit Syrah blend. So that's Abbey Creek Vineyards. The next one I want to highlight also would be, this is Charles Wine Company. So Charles Wine Company is a family-owned and managed wine company that makes and distributes wines from the finest varietals in California. Lodi appellations of California is where they base their wines out. That's their location. But the type of wines that they make are, of course, the Symphony, which is the Muscat and Grenache wine blend, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and a Zinfandel. So what I wanted to do on this show was to highlight these people, these men and women who are in the wine industry. There's like 23 to 25 African Americans in the wine industry. You know, last week we had Marcus Johnson.
Yes.
He's on that list too. He's number
Flow.
7 on that list. Flow Wines,
Yes.
exactly. So we really appreciate that. But I just wanted to kind of highlight that. I'm going to highlight some more as we go through Black History Month of African Americans and people. You see their face, you see their faces there. You heard their names. If you forget the names, reach out to me. I want us to support Black.
Yeah.
Buy Black, please. Let's support these folks out there in California or Oregon, wherever they're located. Support them, buy their wines. Okay, great. Thanks so much. So let's talk some more about this Valentine's Day and wine.
Yes, but I had a question.
Okay, what's your question?
When they say Muscat, is that Moscato?
Well, it's a Moscato was first called Muscat before it was changed around and became a Moscato.
Thank
but
you.
It's almost on the same level, but it's not particularly the same type of wine. It's
Well,
a
thank
Moscato.
you. Thank you for all you're doing, because I had no idea there were so many black wine, companies.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Wow.
There's one next week. We're going to highlight Dwayne Wade.
Oh,
Dwayne Wade has a winery too.
really?
It's called the Dwayne Wade Cellar.
I thought okay.
Well, better know D Wade Cellar. So yeah, there's some African American musicians and some African American artists and people who just like the guy who's an anesthesia technician.
Yeah.
They found the love of wine and they got into the business.
I love it.
Speaking of getting into the business, you're getting into the business of wine.
Well, yes. A wine club.
Okay.
Yes, and so we'll be talking about that. Maybe you can give a little crumbs right now, but we'll be talking about what we are going to be doing with some wine.
Exactly. We're going to partner in. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to just put it out there. We're about to partner in a wine business. Ooh. That's right. So we're going to eventually have our own wines out. We're going to start. And interesting enough about that, Dr. Allen, a lot of people do start off with wine clubs. There's a winery in Lynchburg called Vino Wine. They started off with a wine app.
Okay.
And they've been on the show before. I'm going to bring them back soon. They just opened up a tasting room in Lynchburg, Virginia, along the historic downtown area. Mm-hmm. But they started off with a Vino. It's called Vino Wine. It was an app. It will tell you everywhere you can go. And it started in Virginia and then across the world to buy good wines.
That's brilliant.
And now then after the app, they started a wine club. Mm-hmm. And they transitioned from the wine club and they had their own wine. And now they have a tasting room. Yeah. So once you get into business, a lot of people start off as sommeliers like myself, or start off as enthusiasts or wine writers bloggers about wine. And then they get into the whole business. So, this is amazing for me to be able to go into business with you. And,
I'm honored. The sommelier? Come on now.
we'll see what we got going on here.
Look, I even brought something for Valentine's Day. Look.
Uh-oh.
It says, wine is my Valentine.
See, put on your thing, girl.
Black women don't put their stuff on their head.
Oh.
But no.
You came for the party.
Yes, I came for the party.
Great.
Yeah.
And later on today, we're going to do a wine tasting. So we are going to do an actual wine tasting here. And we're going to do so much, not of a wine tasting, we're going to do a champagne tasting or a sparkling wine tasting. Yes. Okay, so don't go nowhere. So Dr. Allen.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get back to that. What to do on Valentine's Day? Mm-hmm. Any suggestions?
Because we're in the pandemic, most people are home.
Right.
And the one thing I am grateful for, if nothing else, with the pandemic is that we are forced to be home.
Right.
So you're getting forced to really reconnect with your partner, whether you're married or not, your children.
Okay.
And so maybe have a picnic, and some of the counties are opening, so go have some dinner. The social distancing. Go have some wine and enjoy your partner and get away from the children, because this is about you and him, or him and her, not the children.
Absolutely.
And have your adult time, and really you can't go wrong with wine and bubbly and just getting to a euphoric place between the two people that are in love. That's right. So just enjoy yourself.
And when you think about wine and Valentine's Day, they go together like Aunt Jemima syrup, or was it Aunt Jemima pancakes with Aunt Jemima syrup? It goes together like eggs and bacon. There's that commonality there between Valentine and wine, and it's always an appropriate time to pull out a nice bottle of wine, whether it's an old Chardonnay from a 2007, or if it's a Cabernet Sauvignon from New Zealand, or a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, or Cabernet Sauvignon, or Cabernet Sauvignon, yes, from it could be anywhere along the different terrains and stuff. And so it goes together. It's just I don't know how you can go out and not have a glass of wine.
Love, wine, and chocolate.
That's right. Love, wine, and chocolate.
Maybe some strawberries.
Well, now you're getting a little naughty here. Let's relax on that one. That's not a bad idea, though. Great. Look, we gotta go take another break. Another Black History moment. We're gonna come back, and I believe we have our special guest artist has tuned in with us. This guy is actually tuning in with us from Brazil.
I love
And I think he's in Rio de Janeiro right now in Brazil. So, and J. Chris, who is his new stage name, you had him on your show a long time ago.
With the original name.
With the original.
I'm loving this new name. I'm loving this new
Right.
name.
Well, let's take a break real quick, come back, and then we'll talk to J. Chris.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war, that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Soul has no color, no shape, no form. You have the power to change perception, to inspire and empower, and to show people how to embrace their complications and see the flaws and the true beauty and strength that's inside all of us.
That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
For those who marched, and for those who prayed, and for those who sang and bled, and for those who believed, and for those who died, I stand as 10,000 to the 10th power.
J. Chris. Yeah. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale con ganas, vamos a sudar. Esta noche la vamos a disfrutar. Con sol y arena, shots en la playa. Tu piel tan suave sobran las ganas. A vacilar, a festejar, de moviéndote que nunca vamos a parar. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. A vacilar, a festejar, DJ sube lo que esta es una pámpara. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Hoy ponte loca, mami, que eso me aloca. Dale. Prende el sonido, ya baila el samba. Mírala a ella como mueve el de atrás. Sin el absoluto el party no es igual. A vacilar, a festejar, de moviéndote que nunca vamos a parar. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. A vacilar, a festejar, DJ sube lo que esta es una pámpara. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Eres atrevida, ay, y trae tu amiga, que yo tengo un amigo, hacemos lo que tú digas. Eres atrevida, ay, y trae tu amiga, que yo tengo un amigo, hacemos lo que tú digas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover. And ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the Macarena King, Mr. J. Chris. Hey, J. Chris, how are you, sir?
Hello. Greetings from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I am doing well. I'm really
Wow.
glad to be on the show.
Awesome. How's the weather there?
Oh, the weather's phenomenal. You just feel like you're in paradise here.
Well, I can imagine if you're hanging out at the beach. Chris,
right.
What's going on, sir? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we first met, and last year we tried to get connect to get you on because you released the Macarena, right? Last year, the video and the song, right?
Right. We released Macarena last August of 2020, and we had a blast doing it. And Macarena was actually the first single and video under my J. Chris brand, and we have been evolving ever since.
Wow. And Chris, you have done some amazing things. You got a long history of writing music and being a songwriter and performing. You're not only an amazing singer and producer, composer, songwriter, you're also an amazing keyboard, piano player.
Thank you so much.
And I say the difference because a keyboard and a piano are two different instruments. It takes a lot of skill to really play the piano, and you have that skill, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the compliments you give me. It's an honor.
So you know this young lady sitting next to me, right?
I do know her. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. How are you, Renee?
I am wonderful, and it is so great to see what you are doing with yourself. And I knew that the women look good in Rio de Janeiro, but now I can say the men do too.
So Chris, tell us what's on the agenda for you. You're in Rio. Are you going to be there for a while? Because of my understanding, you're also the lead director of the Congressional Chorus now.
Yes, I am. I'm actually the director of the Congressional Chorus. I'm the artistic director. And I have been working with them, making virtual choir videos for them. And it's just been a blast doing it. So it's just a tremendous honor.
So you changed your schoolboy look now. When I first saw you, had long hair, you like the studious kid here. Now you're looking like, Don Juan and, James Bond and all that good stuff in here.
Well, those are good characters, so I'll take it. I just decided that, a new look was in order. I just wanted to change, and I'm so glad I did it. I love my new hairstyle, and thanks for the
Awesome. And your genres of music are R&B and Latin, and what else you do? I know you have I saw a list of the different styles of music you compose and write and play.
Well, this is what it is. I'm an American, so I have the pop music side, but I'm also a Brazilian, Peruvian, first generation born American.
Okay.
So I also try to incorporate the Latin and also the R&B that I learned growing up. Okay. So, yeah.
Wow. So you kind of mix the pop, the R&B, and the Latin, and now you have J. Chris. Yeah, you're amazing, man. You're amazing. I'm gonna tell you, I really admire your background, and being a piano player myself, I really admire what you've done with your career musically. You went to some of the best schools, and you've been in some of the. I mean, I actually saw a picture of you in AOC. So you're doing something in the congressional idiom as well. Is that correct? Am I correct when I say that you're doing something with on the Hill? Okay.
It is. It is. Well, the thing is, I do, or should I say, I have done a lot of performances on the Hill, but I actually don't consider myself to be in that congressional realm, because Congressional Chorus is a nonprofit chorus in Washington, D.C. So yes, it's in the community and it's also in the government.
Great. And I saw your video and the behind the scenes. You know where I'm going on the video where you played your girlfriend in the video.
Yeah, that was Ya Yo Te Olvidé.
That was you played. So he played his girlfriend, and you was dressed in drag, right?
Right.
I wish we'd have played that video. I didn't have it to pull it down. I didn't pull it down in time enough. But so what made next time? So what made you decide to do that? That's definitely a big leap out of what you normally do, out of the box. Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to change, and I wanted to just be myself, be flamboyant, just have a good time. That's all I wanted.
Oh, okay. I saw the behind the scenes, they were doing the makeup and the whole thing. How many hours did it take to do that?
A lot of hours.
Wow, I can imagine.
A lot of hours, like 3 hours at least.
So, Chris, now that we're in this, and I'm going to call you J. Chris, now that we're in this pandemic and, we can't have major concerts, past 25. I haven't seen any major concerts anywhere, but you can't really perform any place that's beyond a certain capacity. How's that been for you over the last year as an artist?
It's been good because I've been doing a lot of music videos lately. It's been my main interest. It's what I've wanted to do for a long time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how I've been spending a lot of my time, doing a lot of video work. So it's been a little different. I want that crowd again, but I know it's going to come back soon.
Absolutely. Well, how long will you be in Rio de Janeiro before you come back to the States?
I'm going to be here till the 25th of this month.
Oh, okay. Then you're coming back. Okay. Great.
Yep.
So I want to play that first video before we go away, before we, let you go, because I know you're busy, but can you talk about that video? I don't even say it. I might say it wrong, but it's Hasta Bajo. Yes. So what was the creativity behind that?
Hasta Bajo, I knew that I wanted to have a video where I featured break dancers as well as snakes.
That's what I wanted
animals in the video, and I wanted to have a snake around my neck because I was inspired by the Britney Spears VMA performance from 2001. Okay. So I just wanted that same type of fierce energy in there. And the song is an Afro beat, so it was inspired by a beat that my singer-songwriter and I composed to on BeatStars.com.
Okay.
And we thought it was a hot beat. We wanted to make something special, and I'm so glad that we did a great song and video.
I love the video. I do admire the snake. Will I put a snake on my neck? I don't think I'm there yet. Now was that a trained snake, or do you have to be trained to hold it?
Trained snake. It came with a trainer.
Oh, great!
My life doing that.
Great, because if I would have left the room if the trainer left. I said, but the snake could have the whole video by itself. But J. Chris, thank you so much. I'm glad we were able to make this happen. Thank you so much for being so gracious and coming on the show. This is my new show. When you get back to the States, I want to definitely get you in the studio to perform as well.
Absolutely, I'm all in.
Awesome, great. Take care. Enjoy Brazil, and we're going to go off. We're going to leave with this video of yours, so our listening and viewing audience can enjoy the video. How can our listening audience reach out to you?
You can find me on my website, jchrisofficial.com, or on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter under J. Chris Music.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. We'll see you when you get back to the States. Be safe.
Thank you so much.
Hey, wear a mask and keep your social distance.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm doing here.
I know that's right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. We're going to watch that.
Thank you. Much love. Thank you.
Oh, J. Chris. Hoy te vi, me intentaste seducir, pero no fue así. Ya no caigo en tus juegos. Yo sé que a ti te pasaba por la mente aquello, pero lo lamento. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, no te creas tú. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, me liberé de ti. Ya yo te olvidé. Ya yo te olvidé. Ay, ay, ay. Llego al club con más ganas de olvidarte. Me doy 2 shots. Todo esto se acabó, pero ahí estabas. Y yo medio borracho creía que eras una ilusión. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, no te creas tú. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, me liberé de ti. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ya yo te olvidé. El alcohol me tiene volando y el bajo está retumbando. De ojo me está mirando, no me importa. No. El alcohol me tiene volando y el bajo está retumbando. De ojo me está mirando, no me importa. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, no te creas tú. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, me liberé de ti. Ya yo te olvidé. Ya yo te olvidé. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, 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 oh. Ya yo te olvidé. Ya yo te olvidé. Oh, oh. Ya yo te olvidé.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and you're tuned into another epic night in the Cellar. Thank you so much for my amazing and lovely special co-host, Dr. Renee Allen. And since it's Valentine's Day, we're going to, have a little toast of haute couture French bubbly.
Yes, from the Boisset collection.
From the Boisset collection, and it's a limited edition. I want to thank Malia, Glam with Malia, for coming out. I want to thank Jay Chris, our special guest artist, an amazing young man. And of course, I want to thank you, Dr. Allen, for being here.
Thank you. I want to thank you for having me. We go way back, y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's. We're each other's Valentines.
That's right. That's right. And look, don't forget, folks, Cellar Wine Show people, thank you so much for tuning in again on another epic night in the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. Next week, we have Earl Rush, better known as Go-Go Earl, and Yohi Moore. They're going to do salsa demonstration.
Oh, I love salsa.
Yeah, they're going to be doing salsa demonstration.
It's
yes,
sexy.
Yeah, it is sexy. And that's why Valentine's Day is the sexy day of the year, Anyway, so what's next for you? What's next for you?
I have some book collections inspired by Love with Dawn Harvey, the Sister for Sisters Network. The Sisterhood book is coming out. Hopefully, we'll be in partnership with this big sponsor. So many things are going. Dr. Jazz is having for singles and couples on V Talk and V120. There's so much. I'm gonna leave someone out, but there's so much going on.
Awesome. Okay. And again, how can our viewers reach out to you? I see it's on the lower third, but tell them again.
Yes, well, drreneeallen.com. On IG, The People's MCEE, and on Facebook, Renee Allen or Renee Starlin Allen. I mean, just reach out, y'all.
Great.
Yeah.
And you can reach me out at my Facebook page, Richard Glover, or you can reach out to the fan page of the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. You can reach out on our IG, which is the Cellar Wine Show TV Network. And of course, my other personal IG is RENSO1, Rensock. This has been an amazing show. Thank you so much. We're going to go on and taste this champagne and celebrate. But like I said, you know what, Renee? I think I hear my plane.
Oh, yes.
The one that they dropped me off here?
Yeah, they told you to get ready.
I got to get ready to get up out of here. So until next week, like I always say, Bill, real quick, big shout out to my good friend.
Bill Hart's in the building.
Bill Hart is in the building taking pictures for us. There you go. Jeez, Thank you so much, Bill. We appreciate that.
I love Bill Hart.
Glad to have you out tonight, sir. You're looking well. Anyway, like I said, I want to thank the LeBaron Studio owner, and the GM.
Everybody knows
and the
Darrell.
engineer and Darrell and Tori. And let me say it now, Afiba.
You got it right.
I did it. I've been practicing. And look, I got to get out of here. It's time for us to get out of here. But until next week, don't forget to tune in from 8:30 to 9:30, the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. And like I always say, take time, enjoy fine wine, and we'll see you when? Next time in the cellar.
J. Chris. Vamos a repetirlo. No sé por qué peleamos otra vez. Llamaste y no contesté. Te pusiste a joder. De mí ella no quiere saber. Dice que le doy problema. Dime qué voy a hacer. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina. Vamos a repetirlo. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina. Vamos a repetirlo.
Dale hasta abajo, baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale.
No sé por qué discutimos otra vez. Dices que soy el del problema, pero parece que eres tú la del maldito dilema. Siempre de celosa, deja tu seguridad. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo.
Dale hasta abajo, baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale hasta abajo. Baila bueno o vete al carajo. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trajo. En el suelo, baila hasta abajo, bajo, dale.
J. Chris.